Okay. Cool, nice to see you. We'll be starting in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's have a look. Hello? Hello? I hope you guys are doing okay. Can you hear me okay? Aha, we have people appearing. Nice to see you. Right. Let's see how we're doing. I've got a whole new... Hi, hello. Hello, Liz. Hello, Amanda. Can you guys hear me okay? And is the signal okay? Am I being picked up all right? Let's try that. How's that going? Let's try that. Hello. Hello. Oh, nice to see you guys. Okay. Fantastic. It's gonna take a little moment just to kind of get itself up, ready to go. Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Hello. Hello. Fantastic. We're gonna be starting in just about 30 seconds. We're gonna be writing ARGLY poems. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so pleased. I've got a whole new system today. It's kind of fun, what I've been trying to do. And hopefully we can get people commenting both on YouTube. Yes, fantastic. We've got comments on YouTube. Brilliant. Well done. Let's have a little look at some of these. Fantastic. This works as well. Brilliant. And I think with the magic of technology, I can even do this now. Congratulations. Clear picture and no lag. Oh, fantastic. I think we can have a round of applause for that. Hey! Hey, nice to see you guys. Right, let's get started. How are we doing this morning? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing all right. Hello, my name is Mark. I've been working with some of you guys for a few weeks now. You might be new on here. If this is your first time here, you're very, very welcome. We're going to be doing some writing today. We're going to be writing some ARGLY poems. If you can see there, I've got that on my screen. Now, I write a lot of poems. It's kind of my job. I'm a poet, so I write poems and I perform them all over the place. And so I thought I would share with you one of the first poems that I ever wrote. I wrote this poem when I was 11 years old. And I thought maybe we could work on the poem together and see if we could improve it. Because I think you probably could. Does that sound okay? I hope so. Now, what you're going to need today is you're going to need a pen and a piece of paper. That's what we're going to need. So if you've got a pen and a piece of paper, you can comment in the chat if you would like to. If you want to comment in the chat, I can bring it up. Hello. Oh, hello, Amber. Congratulations, Amber, on winning the competition. You did very well. Hello, Mr. Wolfie. Good to see you back. I can see that you're able to comment now on YouTube. That's fantastic. Hello, guys. Fantastic. Hello, Jordan. Hello. Brilliant. Wonderful. What a wonderful day. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, this looks great. So what we're going to do is you should have your pen ready to go. Now, I would like to ask, first of all, if we're going to write about ARGLY woos. The ARGLY woo is a monster that I invented when I was at primary school. I came up with an idea for a monster, and I liked the name ARGLY woo. It seems really funny. But I wanted to ask you a question first of all. If we're going to make our own monsters today, my question is this. What nouns do we think of when we think of monsters? What nouns do we think of when we think of monsters? Now, nouns are tricky words, but there's a really good way of remembering what a noun is. A noun is a name for something. So my name is Mark. That is a proper noun because we put a capital letter at the top of it. And we've got lots of, we've got Omar here. Omar, that's a proper noun. Omar's first name there. Caroline Luton, those are two names. Those are proper nouns. Look how we've got capital letters. Fantastic. And Hilary Smith, capital letters. Those are nouns that we have. And they are proper nouns because they have capital letters. Now, not all nouns are proper nouns. Some nouns are just the names for everyday things, like teeth. Like, what do we call these? We call them teeth. What do we call these? What do we call these? We call them eyes, don't we? And what do we call that black hair that's all over my dog Boo? We call it fur. Now, what are these? These are fingernails. That is the noun then for what this is. It's a fingernail. So my question to you is, what nouns do you think of when we think of monsters? What things does a monster have? What kind of things does a monster have? Can you think of any of these things? We might have teeth. A monster might have teeth. It might have eyes and it might have fur. I want to see if you can think of a list of things that you think a monster might have. I'm going to give you guys, this is proper snazzy now. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to do this. So what we're going to do is, he says, let's see if I can get this to work. We're going to go for 1 minute in a second when I can get this working. Do you know what? I'll keep a timer separately. I'll work this bit out as we go. All right, so 1 minute. What things does a monster have? Time starts now. See if you can get a list. On average, people can think of about 6 things in a minute. What do you think? What do you think a monster might have? Oh, wow, Gordon. Someone's already made one. Fantastic. Oh, you'll be an expert then. You'll be an absolute expert. Brilliant. What kind of things might a monster have? We've got 40 seconds left. What might your ARGLY woo have? I'm glitchy. Oh dear. I hope I'm not too glitchy. Let me have a little look. I'll see if I can fix it. Fantastic. Oh, I'm loving reading these ideas. All right, we've got about 10 seconds left. 10 seconds to see what you can get. Have you got to 6 things? Have you got to the point where you can think of 6 things? If you haven't written them down, don't worry. You can just say them to someone. That's totally fine. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. What have we got? Extremely glitchy. Okay, so we've got our answers. Let's see how we do. Oh, interesting. Sam, straight off the bat, has come with no eye sockets. Yeah, we might have no eye sockets. Ren has said we might have teeth. We might have, yeah, I agree. Tail, tongue. Great, these are really good nouns. Ears, feet, spiky claws. We've made that noun really interesting by adding the word spiky. I like it. 1 eye. Oh, yeah, maybe 1 eye. Fantastic. We got horns, nails. Really, really good. We might have claws, paws, a mouth. Yep, these are good. Oh, well done over here. I'm apologizing if it's glitching. I'm hoping it's not glitching anymore. Oh, that's fantastic. Keep me in the loop, guys, and I'll try and do what I can. I'm trying a whole new tech this time. I think next week we'll have all the glitches worked out, but I actually like this system. I think it's kind of cool. All right, so teeth, big eyes, horns, scales, claws, and blue shoes. That's fantastic. I think we've got 6 items there, which is brilliant. 6 things. That's well done. What have we got next? We've got, I thought they said bleedy eyes there, but look at this, Megan. Beady eyes. Absolutely. We might have beady eyes. I think that's a great idea. We might have, oh, I like this really original idea. Chocolate fingers. Yeah, absolutely. We might have fingers, but they're made of chocolate. I really like that idea because it's original, and that's one of the things that I like the most. Cool. Hello. Hi, Alice. Right. Fantastic. Nice to see you here. So, what we're going to do is this. We've got our nouns. We've got our nouns. That's great. The only other thing we need now is we need some adjectives for our monsters. What adjectives do we think of when we think of monsters? Now, adjectives are describing words. They help us add colour to our nouns. So we might have words like scary, powerful, or we might have funny. Some monsters can be quite funny and quite nice, so they don't have to all be really nasty. So what adjectives would you add? I'm going to give you 1 minute to see if you can think of 6 adjectives that aren't these for a monster. Describing words. Ready? 1 minute starts now. See if you can get 6. See if you can get 6 of these ideas. Fantastic. Oh, these are such great ideas. We've got such great original ideas already. I love it. We've got, oh gosh. We've got the word evil. We've got an evil grin. Absolutely. I love the word. We've got a fluffy tail there. It's a really, really good describing word. Fantastic. So what else? What are the describing words? What are the describing words? It'd be scary, powerful, and funny. Maybe it's funny. I always think of Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters Inc. And I think that they're not really, I mean, they can be scary, can't they? Sully's quite a good scarer, but they actually can be quite funny as well. Fantastic. Oh, these are so cool. What I love is when I give you ideas, you all come up with such original answers. That's what we need as writers. We need originality all the time. Okay, correct. Time is up. Time is up. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. All right, all right, all right. So, oh, I love this. Like we've got caramel arms. Caramel's like a cool describing word, isn't it? I like that a lot. We've got fluffy fur. Very good. We've got, oh, foul. What a foul creature. Absolutely. Yeah, foul monster. Really, really horrible. Or we might have, Ren might have a cute monster. Maybe your ugly woo is a very cute little monster. Fantastic. Oh, Alice, we've got a little bit of, this is moving more into towards key stage 3 now. Gothic. Gothic is kind of creepy and sinister, and it's a type of horror. So we might, for example, have Frankenstein or Dracula or some creatures from big, sprawling, tumbling mansions would be Gothic monsters. We've got slimy, sinister, lonely, hot, huge, and smelly. Oh, that's amazing. We've got all 6 there. That's so good. Well done. What have we got here? We've got a malicious. Ooh, malicious grin. I love the word malicious. That's really good. Malicious means like you want to do bad things. If you're malicious, you kind of want to do some bad things. Perhaps sometimes, like very bad things normally. I don't think any of you are very malicious. We've got spooky, mysterious, kind. Oh, then maybe they make you cry. Oh, and Alice is going, no, my monster is adorable. Alice decided, my monster is absolutely adorable. Absolutely. Pippin is going for an ugly monster. We've got prickly skin, haunted, loads and loads of great suggestions. These are all so good. All right, so we've got our adjectives and we've got our nouns. You're going to need those for later on because we are going to work today on writing a poem. Now, writing a poem can be a bit scary. And sometimes I work with children and I work with adults actually, and everyone can get a bit scared by writing a poem. I'm going to walk you guys through it as we go. The main thing, some of you who have been here before, we're going to be looking at one of the things I love in a poem, which is a couplet. And I'm going to really go through couplets today. We're going to think about rhymes and rhythms. So the poem is called The ARGLY Woo. When I was younger, probably about your age, I don't know, I was 10 years old. I don't know if anyone here is 10 years old. When I was 10, I decided that I wanted to be a poet. That's what I wanted to do. And I decided that I would spend every evening when I got home after school writing poems. And the first poem I wrote was called The ARGLY Woo, and it was about a monster. And now I'm going to read you the start of the poem that I wrote. It took me a long time to write this, but I can read you the first few bits. So it starts out the ARGLY woo by going, oh wow, we got loads of people who are 10. No way. Really? Really? You're 10? You're 10? Neve is 10? You're 10? 10 loads of people are 10? Wow! Fantastic, you're all 10. Okay, cool. Well, that's how I'm working it together. That's cool. All right. So the poem, the ARGLY woo, starts exactly like this. Many people tell stories of monsters and beasts, of knights killing dragons and glorious feasts, of vampires and werewolves and sea monsters too, but none were as bad as the ARGLY woo. What's the ARGLY woo? I hear you all shout. Well, that's what this poem will tell you about. And that's how I started my poem. Have a look at this. This is how, oh wow, fantastic. Someone here is 10 in a week. That's so good. Rose is 8. Oh, Rose, well, if you can do this at 8, that will be amazing, won't it? You'll be much better than I was back then. So what we've got, this is how the poem starts. Can we see that? Many people tell stories of monsters and beasts. And look, I've underlined the word beasts. That's because that's my rhyme at the end of the line. And if we're writing in couplets, that's really important. We'll get back to it in a second. So many people tell stories of monsters and beasts, of knights killing dragons and glorious feasts. And notice, like, beasts and feasts rhyme, don't they? They sound the same. Of vampires and werewolves and sea monsters too. But none were as bad as the ARGLY woo. There we go. That was my poem. Now, these poems actually fit, these lines fit in pairs. These 2 lines rhyme, and then these 2 lines, I know that looks like a bonus line, but that's just because it's so long, but these 2 lines rhyme as well. And what I thought about when I wrote this is I thought about the rhythm of the lines. So I thought about something called meter. Meter is when we try and make sure that we have a rhythm that fits comfortably within 4 beats within my poem. So for this poem, if I clap to 4, I go, many people tell stories of monsters and beasts. That's 4 claps. Many people tell stories of monsters and beasts. 4 claps, and that's my first line. Many people tell stories of monsters and beasts, of knights killing dragons and glorious feasts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Many people tell stories of monsters and beasts, of knights killing dragons and glorious feasts, of vampires and werewolves and sea monsters too. Do you see the 4 claps then? See if you can count how many claps in the last line. But none were as bad as the ARGLY woo. 4 again, right? Every single line has 4 claps, and I tried to write it so it would fit comfortably in those 4 bits. All right, so the next line. Have a little look. This is what I read to you, wasn't it? What's the ARGLY woo? I hear you all shout. Well, that's what this poem will tell you about. Now, I'm going to read this again. Feel free to have a little clap along if you'd like to have a clap. We're going to see if we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 as I read the lines. So, what's the ARGLY woo? I hear you all shout. Do you see that? I don't clap at the beginning, do I? Go, what's the ARGLY woo? I hear you all shout. We got 4 claps. The next line's going to have 4 claps as well. Well, that's what this poem will tell you about. So I've got my clapping going all the way through, and notice that shout and about both rhyme. Now, these are the rules of a couplet. We need to have the couplet so it fits in those 4 beats and so that the rhymes work as well. Why 4? That's a really, really good question. It often is 4. Even numbers are really effective in rhythms for music and for storytelling. And 4 is just the rhythm that it goes. I mean, you could count it as just 2, but it seems to kind of naturally come in at 4. And actually, these the stresses that I put extra emphasis on different words. That's kind of like we talk about them being feet. I can go into this more in another session, but for now, you like poems that rhyme, Megan. Fantastic. Well, we are going to write poems that rhyme. So. The question was, the last statement was, well, that's what this poem will tell you about. So I need to know about your ARGLY woo. Before we start writing the poem, what about your ARGLY woo? You've got some nouns and you've got some adjectives. And so what do you think? Can you tell me 3 interesting facts. We're not going to rhyme. We're not going to do any meter. We're not going to worry about that. But can you tell me 3 interesting facts about your ARGLY woo? Okay, what do you think you can say? Perhaps you can use some adjectives. Perhaps you can use some of those nouns. Let's go for 2 minutes. And ta-da! 2 minutes. Time is going to start up here. What do you think? Can you tell me 3 interesting facts about your ARGLY woo? What can you come up with? What do you think? Interesting facts about your ARGLY woo. We're going to tell them all about our ARGLY woo. We got some cool stuff already starting to appear. We've got some great ideas. Fantastic. Can you think of 3 facts? 3 facts. What do you think? I like this little timer. This is cool, isn't it? Look, this little timer that appears. Woo! So we've got 45 seconds left. What do you think? Perhaps it's afraid of something. Oh, maybe it's afraid of something. Or maybe it really likes something. These are really interesting. I'm going to share some of these in a second. We've got 30 seconds left. See what we've got. What's going to be interesting and unusual about your ARGLY woo? I've just read some that are absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So we've got 10 seconds left. We've got lots and lots of interesting facts. Interesting facts. All right, let's see how we do. Oh, the timer stopped. All right, we'll go there. All right, very good. Right, so let's have a look at some of the ideas that we've got. I need to remember to look at the camera side here. Right, so what we've got, it has jelly eyes, but no eye sockets. Yep, really nice. I like that. Let me move that up so it's nice and clear. We've got, I like this. You know it's there if you hear raspberries. Gordon, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you hear raspberries, you know that it's there. It's in like sounds. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely. Then we know it's there. It has, oh, like this one. It has a spiny ball on the end of its tail, like some type of dragon. That looks like a bit of a. Liz, you look like a bit of an ARGLY woo there. That's fantastic. We've got my ARGLY woo is sinister and gothic. Oh, fantastic, sinister and gothic. Well done, Annabelle. Love that. It had 24 arms. Well, we've got some facts and statistics here from our roller coaster workshop. 24 arms, 94 friends who are monsters too, and it has one eat on the top. It's got one on the top of its bottom. Oh, okay. This is a cute little baby, and it's really adorable. Your ARGLY woo. Okay, fantastic. He has a sinister smile, a grumpy 9-year-old like my sister. He sleeps all day. Absolutely. He has 100 eyes and looks like a dog. Okay. Yeah, cool. Very, very good. Do you know what I'm going to do for the next week's session? I'm going to try and like reduce the size of our thumbnails on the side because people may not want to have their pictures shown all the time. He is a giant. He can never die and can turn into a bird. Oh, those are great, interesting ideas. A giant who can never die and can turn into a bird. That is great. Okay. He goes on holiday in Cornwall. Okay, I like that because it also suggests what's his job? Because if he's on holiday to Cornwall, what is he doing when he's not on the holiday? That's quite exciting. He also, oh no! He eats small children. I didn't see that. Oh no! He feasts upon people. Oh, I like that. That's a good phrase. He's red and black. He has a spiky ball on the end of his tail, like a mace. Okay. Oh, look over here. We've got this one. He's got a big, chubby green belly and eyes that pop out that is rather smelly. Nice one, Alfie. Fantastic. Well done. Very, very good. All right. We got lots and lots of ideas. Oh, it looks like Louis. He has 200 mouths, 193 eyes. Yours is afraid of fire. Okay. Very, very cool. Good. All right. So we've got loads of ideas. These are great. So we've got lots and lots of information. Now, what I wrote back then, I'll show you what I wrote when I was 10. I've always thought this line's a bit silly, but I quite like that I wrote it. So I wrote the next parts of my poem. I wrote, the ARGLY is a massive creature with 2 purple eyes and 5 gallons of fur. That's what I said. I quite like that I came up with that in a way, because I like that I got the rhyme of and fur, and it's a little bit unusual, a bit different. But also, I like that I said 5 gallons, because I think gallons is not really how we measure fur. It's how we measure liquids. So I thought I was quite happy with that. But I mean, it's pretty weird, isn't it? The ARGLY, and if we counted to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the ARGLY is a massive creature with 2 purple eyes and 5 gallons of fur. It had massive claws and lives upon meat. Underneath all its fur grow 4 giant feet. Brilliant. And so I got this meat and feet rhyme, and it fits, and it kind of fitted. Now, it took me a long time to get it to fit into that rhythm. Is a dragon. Absolutely. So here we go. A couplet then. Ooh, let me see if I can get that across. A couplet is usually 2 lines that rhyme at the end. Didn't they rhyme at the end? And they have the same meter. Okay, they have the same meter. That's a couplet. So it's 2 lines that rhyme and have the same meter. Now, we started doing this before, and I think we were good at the rhymes, but I feel like we could be a bit tighter on our meter. So the meter, as a reminder, is the rhythm of the poem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the trick is to combine the rhythm and the rhyme together. So, we want to combine the rhythm and the rhyme and get them together. And the question, I suppose, is like, why? Well, it is satisfying to read or listen to. We like hearing rhyme. We like hearing meter. It's enjoyable for the listener, and it means the audience enjoys it. So when you read it out, if you can get your rhythm and your rhyme like perfect, and you can really kind of get that right, you'll find that the audience really like it. And it's our job as a poet to make sure that people want to listen to the whole poem. So when we're doing get our meter and our rhyme spot on, it means it's more likely people are going to enjoy our poem and are going to listen to it. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a test before we do our own lines. I've got you the start of 2 couplets, and I want to see if you can finish the couplets. All right. Now, the 2 couplets I've got, I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this because this is quite tricky. We've got the ARGLY has spikes on its back. And look, if I clap, I go, the ARGLY has spikes on its back. 4 claps. The ARGLY has spikes on its back. What rhymes with back, do you think? What could you put in here that rhymes with back and that would fit in a 4-clapped beat? It's tricky. It's tricky. And then if you finish that one, we have another line here. The ARGLY has a sinister heart. What word can you think of that could possibly rhyme with the word heart that we could use in relation to this monster? What do you think? That's the challenge. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to see if you can think of the second lines for these couplets. Oh, I like someone's come up with a one on their own. I think that's cool. So the ARGLY he loves to feast on small children because he is a beast. That's nice. Yeah, if we can get the meter right on that, that rhyme is really effective. What would you guys say for this though? The ARGLY has spikes on his back, on its back. How would you end that? What words rhyme with back? Back. Now, when I'm thinking about, smart, yeah, for heart, very good. Now, what would rhymes with back? I sometimes work through the alphabet and I think back. We haven't got ack. We've got cack, crack, maybe crack, Dak, fak, gak, hack. I kind of work through the alphabet, trying replacing the first letter with. Somebody's discovered the true joy of rhyming with the word heart. I can see. What do you think? Blue? Did someone just put blue tack? Someone put blue tack. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah, blue tack. Absolutely. Can you get a line that ends in blue tack about the ARGLY woo? You guys are being so good today. Fantastic. Oh, these are looking really good. Some people have managed to get the rhyme for back. Let's see if we can get one for heart as well. We've got just over a minute left. If you manage to get that done, have a little go with some of your own ideas. Maybe you could think of ones that you've come up with yourself from the start. Now, if you've written them, I would suggest you try and read them out whilst you clap 4 times. Or get someone else to clap 4 times while you read it to them. See if you can practice. It takes a while to get used to fitting into 4 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, fantastic. We've got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. Put in a little bit of exciting music. Well, let's see how we do. Oh, some of these are really good. You always impress me. You always are able to come with such cool ideas. We've got 10 seconds left. Now, I'll start to take this away. Don't worry if you are finding that tricky. Or you only managed to get one, or let's have a look. Now, it took me a long time to get my meter and rhythm right. I remember writing this poem, and it probably took me a whole week of just spending all my evenings practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. So for you to have done that in 3 minutes is really impressive. Well done. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, we got so many. Wow. Loads of blue tack. Fantastic. All right, cool. So the ARGLY woo has spikes on its back. He always pinches my blue tack. Very good. Has spikes on his back. I like this one. But all he wants is to cut him some slack. Very good. Yeah, he's not really that bad, is he? The ARGLY woo has spikes on his back, and he is wearing a rain mac. You could say it like that. The ARGLY woo has spikes on his back because it ate a Big Mac. Yeah. Okay, really, really good. What a monster. What a monster. Running off to McDonald's like that. That's awful. His ARGLY woo has spikes on his back. His feet are huge and his toenails are black. I like that one a lot. Did you hear how that really fitted in the rhythm really nicely? I love the rhythm of that. The ARGLY woo has spikes on his back. He gives little children's bums a big slap. Really funny. That was assonance as well, because we've got the same vowel sound in the rhyme but not the same consonant sound, which is a really advanced form of rhyming. The meter on that was fantastic. The ARGLY woo has spikes on his back, and he never ever looks like a cat. Again, some assonance, and that fits the rhyme really, really well. I like that we've got. Let's have a look at this. We've got he always does a bit of a fart. Oh. The ARGLY woo has a sinister heart, and he always does a bit of a fart. Ugh. Oh. That's disgusting. Very, very good, very good. Well done. I was trying to find a little sound effect I could add, but I can't seem to get that to work. Next, we've got ARGLY woo has spikes on his back, and it's worse than the card a jack. Oh, I like that's kind of original and interesting. I never thought about trying to use the word jack. Really clever, Alice. I like that. That's really clever. He has a killer. Hello, Danielle. I hope you guys are doing all right in Australia. He has a killer deadly fart. Absolutely very, very good. We've got... Oh, the Harley Woo has a sinister art. The more he eats, the more he farts. Very good, Holly. We've got a bit of a running track. Oh, I like that. So many legs. It's hard to keep track. That's really nice. The Ugly Woo has spikes on his back. His fingernails are horrible and permanently black. I like it very, very much. That's very, very good. We've got to take one more. We've just got loads of these big farts. Okay. The Ugly Woo has a sinister heart, and sometimes I see him ride past on his cart. Yes. Oh, very good. Very good. I really like that a lot. I like this. The Ugly Woo has a sinister heart. He likes to eat and he likes to gart. I mean fart. Very, very good. I like that you clarified there. All right. So we've got all of these ideas. Here's the challenge. You have got your own words and your own nouns and your own adjectives. Could you think of rhymes with those? And could you try and come up with your own couplets now? This is a big challenge. Big, big challenge. I'm going to ask you to see if you can come up with 2 couplets out of your own ideas. What could you put at the end of the first line? What could you put at the end of the first line that you could then rhyme with? Have a look at your nouns and your adjectives. Yes, perhaps you could use these. The nouns and adjectives you've already been coming up with. Can you put them into your couplets? What could you come up with? What would you say? I'm going to give you 3 minutes to see if you can write 2 more couplets from scratch with your own ideas that are completely unique to you. Time starts now. So what's your first line of your couplet going to be? Maybe choose one of your nouns for your creature, or maybe one of your adjectives. Maybe that could be the end. That could be the word that you rhyme with. What would you say? There are Megan. I agree. There are a lot of Argly Woo farts going around. I'm very sorry about that. Very, very good. Right. So what could you say? What could you say? I'm going to put some music on. If you only get 1 couplet, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. But if you get 2, that would be unbelievable. What do you think? Caroline, I see that you have a riddle. If you post your riddle, I will see if I can solve it. But yeah, I'll give it some thought and see if I can solve it. Whilst people go on, I love riddles. All right, but yeah, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this. I don't need loads of riddles. Let's focus on this. What would your couplets be? And can it have those 2 things? Can it rhyme at the end? And can it fit into that beat? Fit into that beat. Now remember, if you can only get 1, that is amazing. 2, I don't think I could get 2. I really don't think I could get 2. I think I could get 1. Oh, someone's got to get 1. Let's make sure we get it nicely. Think about how we're writing it so we feel it kind of fits in that meter. See if we can get that rhythm to it. If you've got 1, try reading out loud and clapping to it. Let's see how we go. And again, don't worry if you don't get both. I think getting 2 couplets is a bit of a big ask. A big ask. You can get 1 though. I reckon you can get 1. What's your first line? And how is the second line going to rhyme with it? Let's see how we do. Oh, some of these are already looking really good. The Ugly Woo. I tell you what, if you can rhyme with gothic, I'll be very, very impressed. Okay, Okay. Time is up. I'm just finding these so funny. Don't worry if you've not managed to finish one. Finish the line that you're on. Finish the idea you're on. Now remember, it's really important. As poets, it's not about who writes the most. We don't care about that. It's about who comes up with the most original ideas. That is the most important thing for us as writers. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Wow. Do you know what? I'm going to go here because this, I think, is absolutely perfect. Remembering that we got like a couplet. It's usually 2 lines that rhyme and have the same meter, that same rhythm. So let's have a look. I think this one's a great example. The ARGLY woo. The ARGLY woo has a sinister smile. I can feel the rhythm in that. The ARGLY woo has a sinister smile. That's 4 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ARGLY woo has a sinister smile that will make you want to run a mile. Okay, fantastic. That works really, really nicely. This one's pretty cool. The ARGLY woo is a poo. The ARGLY woo has to poo. Here it comes. It's on your loo. Okay, fantastic. I think what we could do here is we could trim out the first bit. So we go, the ARGLY woo has to poo. Here it comes. It's on the loo. If we had just those 2, then we would have a couplet. What you've done there is you've gone even further. You've kind of added an extra bit. But yeah, I think that's fantastic. I like the rhythm in that. Well done. When he's hungry, he likes to feast on small children, because he is a beast. Yes, we've got the rhymes, and I can feel that rhythm. That's really, really nice. The ARGLY woo, Megan, very clever Megan, has a terrible smell, and its farts are like a very loud bell. Okay, we still got a few farts. But have you heard a raspberry? Maybe while eating with Larry. Do you know what? I like it because it's kind of a half rhyme, because raspberry and Larry is kind of like a bit of a half rhyme. That means it's going to be more original, more creative. So I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. Very, very good. I think we could maybe have the line slightly longer to really kind of get that meter, but that's really nice. We've got, oh, he has a forked tongue like some dragons. He's always drinking from a huge flagon. I'm reading that really badly. I'm very sorry, Holly. I read that badly. But I like it. Dragons and flagons. Yeah, he's a forked tongue like some dragons. He's always drinking from a huge flagon. I don't know why I couldn't read dragon and flagon. That's brilliant, Holly. That is exactly spot on. The rhyme is beautiful, and the meter is lovely as well. All right. The ARGLY woo has 5 pet kittens. Wow. In the winter, he wears red mittens. That is an absolutely banging couplet. That's got your meter. That's got the rhymes. Absolutely nailed. Well done. Well done. He has 24 arms that are all on his back, and he eats smelly socks for his yummy snack. Ah, yes, we got the rhymes and we got the rhythms there. Spot on. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Sam, what you got? Right, Sam. He's got no sockets for his jelly eyes, so he controls all jellies to make them rise. Oh, he summons jelly to be powerful, and that's really original. That's great meter and great rhyme. Sam, you've nailed it. Well done. We got. Oh, the ARGLY woo is big, green, and gothic, and he is permanently catastrophic. Oh, amazing. That's so clever. So clever. I hadn't even thought of that. What a genius solution. Catastrophic and gothic. I really like. I think permanently we might want to shave a syllable off there to make it a bit tighter. But I think that's really cool. That's like stunning. All right. Not only is ARGLY woo a big piece of poo, he also loves to eat you, and even eat you in a two. Okay, that's really cool. We've got lots of tumbling rhymes here. I think we're moving out of couplets, but I really like it. I think it's really cool. All right, so let's have one more. Okay, he has a silly curly horn, and he likes to chew on corn. Yes, brilliant. What a great line. That's got the rhyme. That's got the meter. Absolutely spot on. Well done. Well done. Okay, all right. So these are brilliant. Right, so now sometimes when we're writing, now I'm a bit older, I realised that I was making some mistakes when I was writing a bit. When you're a bit older, you realise that actually, as a poet, we don't have to write the lines in the order that we're going to read them out. Often when we just write the first line, don't we? And then we try and find a rhyme for it in the second line. And we write the first line and then we find a rhyme for the second line. But actually, what can be really good is if you choose your last line first, and then you've just got to find a rhyme that leads up to it. And if we do that, it means we have a more powerful last line. So here's the last line of my poem. And I'm going to ask you to come up with the first half of the couplet. And I think this is a really good trick. If you can learn this now, because actually, if you can write the second line as the first one, it means that you can have a more powerful ending. You can have a last line that's really, really memorable. So here we go. We don't know what this is, this couplet. So you've got to come up with a solution. But the last line is, if you ever see an ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. That's the end of our line. So what could be the couplet line before this? And this is going to be your very final task for today, to see if you could come up with this. And then I'm going to set you some work to do to see if you can turn this into a full poem. So let's have a look. What would you have as this line? What line would you have here? It's got to rhyme with air. What words rhyme with air or beware? Oh, sorry, I've frozen again. It should fix itself. But like, where, scare? You could say scare or care. But what could you put in here? We have to have a line here that is then going to rhyme with this. If you ever see an ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. That's the second line. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, I think. I think we can do 2 minutes for this. Can you come up with the first half of this couplet? We've got the second half here. I know it's 2 lines, but that's actually is only 1 line. It's one really long line. If you ever see an ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. Can you think of a first line that feels as long as this, but ends in air? Let's see what we've got. You've got 2 minutes. See if you can think of more than one, maybe. See what you can come up with. Oh, do you know what? We've got ideas already coming in. I don't think I'm going to need to give you guys 2 minutes. I think we've got some ideas that we can already talk about. Let's see how we do. I'll give you like another 30 seconds. What could be your line that goes in before this? We'll go down to another 30 seconds, but you're so good, I'm going to cut off in a whole minute. Okay, right, time is up. Okay, so if you ever see an ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. What did we have to come up with before this? Let's see. All right, you guys have been so good today. I'm excited to see what we've got. We've got... Ooh. He has one friend, and that is a bear. If you ever see the ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. Yeah, okay. Here's one friend. That is a bear. If you ever see him, please beware. That would fit, wouldn't it? That feels the same length. That's a good couplet. The ARGLY woo is like a big bear. If you ever see him, please beware. Really cool. I like it. If you enter an occupied lair, if you ever see him, please beware. Just in case you cannot scare. If you ever see him, please beware. Very good. Very, very, very good. This works. Okay. He only wears big stinky underwear. Ooh. If you ever see him, please, oh, please beware. I think you should. That sounds horrible. In case you read this and do not care, if you ever see an ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I like that a lot. I think that's really good. It's a funny second line, actually, that I've given you because it's quite long. I kind of made it a bit longer so it would kind of slow down at the end of the poem. But that works brilliantly. I really like it. He's so greedy that he'll eat all the chairs. If you ever see the ARGLY woo, please, oh please, beware. That's great. That works brilliantly. The ARGLY woo is a piece of your nightmare. Oh, if you ever see him, please, oh please beware. They're very good. Oh, good night from Australia. Rose, go to bed. Good night, Rose. Well done for today. All right. If you're ever walking in the woods and you hear a scare, please, oh please, maybe you could have them on a wall. Beware. Nice. These are great. These are great. All right. So, guys, you can do this, right? So you've seen today we've looked at what a couplet is. Okay, we remembered, haven't we? A couplet is usually 2 lines that rhyme and have the same meter. So they rhyme at the end and they have the same meter. You have started your piece. We looked at how we started mine, didn't we? We said that many people tell stories of monsters and beasts, of knights killing dragons and glorious feasts, of vampires and werewolves and sea monsters too, but none were as bad as the ARGLY woo. What's the ARGLY woo? I hear you all shout. Well, that's what this poem will tell you about. Now, I would like to find out what your ARGLY woo is like. So my challenge for you, I thought I could find... I thought I printed off a sheet. Or maybe I did. Well, what I'd like you guys to do today is see what you can write for me. See if you can write me a poem about your own ARGLY woo. Can you draw a picture of your ARGLY woo so I can see what it looks like as well? If you can write your own poem, I think a good target for a poem, I think a good target is 6 couplets. I think if you can get 6 couplets, I think that's a good target. If you'd like to do more, you can do more. My poem about the ARGLY woo was actually 12 couplets. It was really long. You don't have to make it that long. If you want to make it 6 couplets, that's great. That would be 12 lines. I would love to see what this ARGLY woo looks like. Anybody that writes their own poem and that sends it to me at mark@markgrist.com. If you email it over to me or send it to me on my Facebook page, I will make sure that I send feedback to every single person and let you know what I think is really cool about it. And if they look colourful and exciting, your ARGLY woo designs and your poems, I will share them as well online, so all sorts of people can see them and see how cool your ideas are. All right, cool. That is us done for the day. You guys have a fantastic day. You have worked really, really well. You remember those rhymes. Remember about the meter. Remember about how we put together our couplets. And if you get an ARGLY woo poem together, I'll be so impressed. And I will share it so other people can see how cool and how well you've done. All right. Well done, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Next week, we are going monster hunting and we're going to write our own story where we go looking for the ARGLY woo to try and catch it for a huge reward. Excellent. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys. Have a fantastic day. Really, really lovely to work with you. Right, now, how do I even turn this off? He says, there we go.